and welcome everyone to the Classic IndyCar Series, race number 3, Watkins, Glen. And we are here in a very late ESC, where there are 14 cars here to conquer the very, very tricky track of Watkins, Glen. I'm your host, Marcus, and I'm here joined with Bubble as your streamer, and we are brought to you live at Watkins, Glen. And qualifying was very surprising, as your pole winner is Nedums in the number 11. He had a couple of starts. He won the Freedom 250, but he wasn't able to, he didn't have, it was luck based. But I guess he's showing that he has more than luck. Starting on pole here in its second place, that is Billy in the number 83. We'll go through your rows. In third is Blake in the number 28. Behind him is Sin, or next to him it's Sin in the 41. DHL ABC. Behind him, I gotta figure out names, hold on. Behind him is Soup in the number 2 Telemundo Honda. And then behind him is, I knew his name, Diego. That is Diego in the number 23 Wix Filters Honda. I think they're all Honda. And behind him is the number 20 of 12. Then there's Anthony, the number 14 ABC Supply Co. Inc. That is a beautiful scheme. Next to him is Fearless in the number 12 Verizon. I don't think it's next to him, but that's behind him. Behind Fearless is Chino in the number 06 Sprott. Next behind him is Dim in the Izod number 6. Definitely one of the best cars, if not the best car. Behind him is Fard Monkey, making his first start in a little bit in the number 98 William Rast Honda. These 3 cars in the back are using their provisional, as it is DJ in the number 18 Teriyaki Experience. And behind him is your points leader. That is Agent JF in the number 9 Target Honda. And speaking of that, are we able to pull up points here? I think we are. Yes. Points. Hold on. Points go as is. Agent leads with 58 points. Blake -9. He's 9 below. And then there in third, Ford. Ford is no longer in the league. He will not be participating in any other races due to a controversy that happened with him in the Watkins Glen Cup race. Dim in fourth, -20. He's still in the fight. And there's Prime, who is not here, in fifth, and Chesko in sixth, who is not here. Your title fight is basically only Dim and Blake. Agent leads. He's got not that much of a comfortable lead, especially starting last. He's got some ground to make up against Blake, along with Dim too. There has been some changes in KRE recently. Starting out with the cars. First of all, the cars have a different sound, so you will hear them as beautiful as the IR05s were. And we'll have a couple of laps where you'll just be able to hear those sounds. No commentary, so you will hear the sheer beauty of these cars. Changes that were not able to happen on not happen now, but our rules is pits are only open 1 lap during pit road. It prevents wave around cars from coming around into pit road after the wave around and before the green. Penalties for entering a closed pit is a drive-through reset system is removed, so there are no resets. You stay in your car, you get damaged, you have to repair that. IndyCar repairs front wing infinitely and rear wing once, but any suspension damage, even if it's the first wreck, is terminal. And there's a couple and it looks like we have a wave off the green. And it is waved off because of how it is too packed up. So that could have caused a couple of issues for the start of this race. And as that goes on, we will continue to tell you the changes for the league. Pits are required to be open every lap. What? Pits are required to be open every caution cycle and last one lap. IndyCar races will not restart if few laps left, so that means there is no overtime like stock cars. Turn 1 line is your track limits on the exit, so that whole line I think you cannot go under. It is very strict track limits today, and race control will be on you for that. Both tire compounds are required to be used at least once, and you're disqualified if both tire compounds are not used by the checkered flag. And that is your in-car, or today, changes for the rules with these cars, and KRE as a whole is changing. KRE has had a whole rebrand. Kimmy's Racing Enterprise is now, it's Kimmy's Racing Enterprise, but there's a cool new logo. MCRN will be your media coverage for all series. That includes F1, Classic IndyCar, NCC, and the stock car racing. So very excited for the future of this league and the future of KRE. And let's go back to these cars. And I did forget to leave something out, that there are wing levels still. As we saw from the ovals at Texas, you were able to change your wing level to 1 through 5, and you are able to do it again here. Obviously, one being one is more bubble. You're gonna help me on this one. Wing levels. Lower wing levels, apologies, I had to ask Bubble about what it was. Lower wing levels are lower downforce and less drag. Higher, if you're in like 5, it is higher downforce and higher drag. The tire compounds, the black will last you longer, and you'll see it on the side of the tires. As you see, actually, some of them are starting on reds. You can see the reds are basically like softs, so they last they are very quick to run out, but they are very useful, and especially it's going to be useful for Blake and Sin, which those are two that I can see right now. That's Blake, Sin, Diego, Anthony, Fearless, Pablo, dang, that's a lot of people. Fard, and that is everyone who is using the red compounds. And we've all been waiting for it. There was one extra lap, unfortunately, added, so it does count for the race. That is 1 lap complete. But we're getting ready to start now. The Classic IndyCar Series is at Watkins Glen. Nettams leads your field with Billy in second, an exact tie, by the way. Both the same time. As we get ready The IndyCar Series is back, and Nettams will lead off your green flag here at Watkins Glen. Everyone being decently clean as Blake starts to close in on these top two, but there's tons of passes happening in the back. That's Pablo Dim all the way, trying to make a move already. And here's the passes. Billy goes into the grass. That's Diego. Blake, 12, almost contacts Sin. It is getting very, very backed up right there as Nettams starts to pull away. Diego goes to second. Billy drops down to third. Blake drops down to sixth. Definitely some issues here early. As it remains single file, Sin, here he comes, looking to make the move on Billy. He does not make it. There's a side-by-side battle as Agent tries to make the move in the back. Oh, wait. And Diego starting to get tested by Billy and Sin. Sin also wants to join the fight. Almost 3 wide there. This is a very dangerous spot to be 3 wide as they enter back into the main circuit. It is still single file. Diego goes into the grass in 12 with an amazing run. Oh, Agent Diego. That could have been horrible. But luckily they were at least competent enough to not completely wreck out. And Sin goes side by side with Diego, almost into the wall, 12 into the wall, and Nettams will lead your first lap of Watkins, well, first official lap of Watkins Glen. And Blake, here comes Blake, making a move on 12. He comes back to 5th place, and 12 has a corner cut along with Soup. But here comes Blake on Sin, onto the outside. Here comes Dim, who started in 11. Is already made his way back to 6th. And he's already making a move on Blake and Sin as car number 23. I just kind of missed that. I will look back on the replay screen that I have, and that's a flip. What just happened? That is Diego, and off a big wreck. That is Soup and Chino. He flipped off of a curb and had slid back on the track. Everyone tried to get out of that little area, and unfortunately, whoever it was, that was Soup, who had caught the worst of that. Very unfortunate for him though, as he's struggling with that front wing damage. As again, there's no resets. He's got to limp his way back to the pit road. And we had a caution here on lap number 3 of 60. He's still very loose hitting the wall. That's Soup getting that damage from hitting the slowdown and got pounded in the back by another blue car, I believe. Yeah, that's Chino. Oh, that sucked. Problems here early. As you really don't want to take those curves like that. Those are super risky to do. Pits will be open. This is the one time pits will be open. So you either take the pit or you don't. We'll see who does. No one does so far. Fearless does. Fearless, the only one to come into pit road. Never mind, that is DJ, Anthony, and Fard. It looks like Super's able to reset. As given permission, Fearless comes out in first, DJ second, Anthony third, and Fard fourth. That was the same order that they came in, so nothing changed. As we stay around pacing, awaiting race control's command. Nettams, who had DNF'd from the first Texas race, is looking for redemption here. He's led all the laps, that being 4, but decently pulled away, so could this be his race to lose? Your order as it stands is Nettams in first, Billy in second, Sin in third, Dim in fourth, Blake in fifth, Agent in sixth. He's made his way all the way up already, along with Dim. In the seventh is 12. Eighth is Gino. Ninth is Anthony. 10 is DJ. 11th is Fearless. 12th is Fard. 13th is, what's his name? 13 is Soup, and there is a DNF. That is Diego. He was the one who had flipped over. Very unfortunate for him, as I don't know what the ruling was actually. And apparently that the rules state that if you are flipped over, you are DNF'd no matter what. You get stuck up there, you will not get any help. So he is done for the day. Unfortunate. As you see who is currently on the different tires. It's like flashing. There it is. Nettams on the blacks. Nettams and Billy on blacks. Sin, Dim, and Blake on reds. Agent, 12 blacks. Chino, reds. And behind is everyone who changed, so I believe they could have changed. Well, I think most of them did change from reds to blacks. As they get ready to go green. On this restart, just take a listen to the sound. We'll have a couple laps, uninterrupted racing. You'll just see and appreciate the sound that these cars have, and Agent JF has made as we are green flag for lap number 5. hope you enjoyed those couple of laps as a lot of things had changed. A bunch of moves happened. Sin is leading with Agent in second, and the car number 41 has a track limits warning. Again, you have to be really careful in turn number 1, as those reds are really helping them. Your top 5 is, and I believe someone had hit, that's Anthony, who hit the corner cut in the bus stop, going back to the lead. Your top 5 sits as Sin in first, Agent in second, Dim in third, Blake in fourth, and Billy in fifth. I lied. Wait, no, I didn't lie. What are you talking about, Maurice? 12, making a move on Chino. He takes it. They're contact a little bit. Barely, but they keep it clean. As Agent is very slowly closing in on Sin. Looks like there's some issues with 12. 12 and Chino. And Agent passes Sin for the lead. He's on those black tires with Sin on those reds. Agent leads lap number 8. Starting to pull away completely from Sin. As it is very packed away. As it looks like Nedham's had track limits. He's fallen back to 6th ever since he started on pole, and that's Dim, who hit a CC. Unfortunate for the number 6 Izod Honda. Beautiful scheme, as here's Billy trying to make the move on Blake into the boot. And Billy, slides all the way up. Those black tires are just not giving them as much tired or as much grip. And here's Nedham's getting contested. Oh, and Soup. In the back, that's Fearless. Fearless and Chino. Chino looking to the inside as they're side by side. Here comes 12 too. Going back, Nedham's still getting his... Nedham's actually contesting Dim for the position as he makes the move already with slight contact. As Fearless is trying to do the same thing on 12. In the back, Anthony getting contested by Fard. You see, we've had a lot of passes and passing opportunities. Chino and 12 and Fearless. Oh, heavy on the brakes, some slight contact. As I was saying, off the boot is one of the best places you can make that overtake. As we saw a couple of them, or at least attempts. As Anthony is making the move for 10th on Fearless. Back up there, Billy still slowly contesting Blake coming into the boot. Oh no, and Chino! It looked like it was going to cause some problems as he is getting really, really tight with those reds. Here comes Billy on Blake. Nedham's on Dim. Chino has really worn out those reds. I mean, 30% or around. DJ making the move on Fearless. As you can see, the tires are starting to mess everyone up. Chino into the grass, and he's gonna lose some positions, dropping all the way back to 12th. Unfortunate. Here's the big overtaking zone. Dim and Nettams on Soup. Anthony on 12. Lap number 10 out of 60. Agent JF has your fastest laps, and by the way, those laps are on the blacks. Insane for Agent, as he's only sitting on his car number 83 track limits, as he is sitting on a comfortable 68% tires. Most likely that tire wear, the reason he's saving so much is having a low wing level, but we just got word he's on wing level 3, so that's the middle of it, which is crazy. Sin getting really low. Sin on 27% tires as he's on his reds. Same with Blake, who sits at 23%. Billy. Wait, hold on. Billy on 67 on the black, so maybe the same thing as Agent. As there's a couple batters back here. That's Nettams on 12 now, side by side. Maybe DJ into the wall. Looks like he had some lag issues and the caution has come out. But what on the track? That is Fearless inside the boot. That is rear wing damage, so he's got one chance to fix that, and then he's done. I wonder what happened to him. Fearless is coming in for his car. It's Sin and Billy. Sin enters or exits out of pits along with Billy. Looks like they were not supposed to pit. Pits are always open pits are always closed when the caution comes out. And it looks like Billy was not there in time. Sin wasn't even able. So luckily, all it was just a little pass through for Sin. And Sin, it looks like, had lagged out. That is going to be his third place. Oh no. His MacBook died apparently. Unfortunate for Sin, as he had a strong day ahead of him, but is not able to continue due to rules.
Looks like car number 83. It's, I believe, our opening this time, as we'll see the battle. It looks like everyone's going to come into pit road apart from Billy, as he will have his drive-through for pitting under yellow when the pits were closed. We'll see who comes out before. It should be Agent. Agent comes out. That's Soup, who comes out in third, maybe third. Blake in second, Dim in fourth, Anthony fifth, no. Oh, wait, there's a battle. Oh, wait, hold on. I believe that was Anthony. Anthony in 12. And there's Nettams. And that rounds out your pit road battles. That's Agent in first, Blake in second, Soup in third, Dim fourth, Anthony fifth, 12 sixth, Nettams eighth, Bard 9th, DJ 10th. The only one who kind of moved up a little bit was Soup, who moved up 3 spots, from what it looks like. Could be wrong. And I'd like to apologize, but I do have to unfortunately go, so this race will remain with no commentary, but you will again hear the most beautiful sounds in motorsports. That are these cars. We are on lap number 12 of 60. There's still lots to come. Don't go and don't miss a thing. But I'll see you guys next time.
Am I good? Am I better? Was it DJ leading? Alright, DJ leads. As we're about to go green again. Did you hear that? As I'm kind of lost to what happened. Alright, we're coming to the green. Pretty sure DJ is the leader. As we're green, back in Watkins Glen. As DJ has already a really good restart. As he takes lead into turn 1. Asian back in third. They're making a bunch of contact in the back of the pack. Was it Agent on, was it Powered? Or Needham. This Agent's trying to make a pass on Needham. Down the back stretch. Through chicane. Needham gained a ton of time through the chicane. Holy crap. He's coming. Agent's on wing 1. Is that the right move to do late in this race? As he is stuck in third. He's in the grass actually. As Aiden is gonna look on Agent here. As Anthony goes straight off into the gravel. He keeps it off the tire barriers. Good, bad for him, as he's gonna lose a couple positions and fall back a ton. Looking back at DJ, still has his lead. As Nito's got a huge run. Will he try anything into this corner? No, he won't. Is he setting up for the next corner? This is the place where you want to pass, as I've watched Marcus say that in the stream. As Nito's looking to the outside. He's not going to make the move there. Move on the corner. DJ still has the lead as Needham is in the wall. Agent runs back of him. Almost crashed back there. This Agent's looking for second place now. Wing level 1. This is insane. As he gets past Needham pretty easy. Can Needham do anything? Will he attack back? As we're looking at Blake, as they're side by side with Billy, or what's his name? Oh, they're single file out. Never mind. As Blake's got to run the needle through chicane. DJ's got a solid lead on Agent, which is on wing 1, which is I don't know how to say it, which is a gamble. As Needham's is on Agent's bumper, or side by side now, through the corner. Oh, he runs to the back of him. He gives him the bumper in IndyCar. This is insane. As Agent's gonna come back, switch back up the side street. The leader went off the track. This is no bueno for him. As Agent takes back second place after a good switchback. As Needham's gonna use the bumper again. And Blake is gonna take advantage of that. Blake gets third now. As DJ's lead is cutting down by Agent. Agent is still catching DJ, I'm pretty sure. This is not good for DJ. And he's in the wall, I think. I think he just went in the wall. Here comes Agent. He's going to breeze right past DJ. Through turn 1, he's clear. Agent takes the lead. And he might pull away with this wing level 1. As Agent takes the lead late in the race. We've seen this throughout the whole race. The agent has been leading. He's been dominating all day. Now can he finally finish by winning this race? As Blake has got a huge run on DJ, passing DJ like it's nothing. Almost has a chance on the agent as they're side by side through the chicane. DJ gets clear. Needhams hits the slowdown. This is bad for Needhams. Oh, somebody runs in the back of him. They're good. I think that was Aiden. Aiden ran in the back of Needhams after he hit the slowdown. And Agent, I think, hit the wall out of the carousel. This is crazy. What is going on? As DJ's looking back on Agent. Here he comes. He's got to run. He's got to run. He looks to the inside, side by side. They're still side by side through the corner. Agent forces it to the outside. DJ gets cleared. Now does Agent have anything on DJ? As that Billy went off track back there. As he's losing a bit of time to Blake. What's going on? As Agent sets a run on DJ because DJ just went off track. He breezes past him again. As there's a battle in the back. Don't mind that. DJ's got to run an Agent. DJ, he's looking. He's setting up for the next straight. As he misses the corner. Agent's in the wall, so is DJ. Can Blake capitalize on this? As Blake's got to run on DJ. Will he send it through turn one? No, he won't. He'll stay back. Agent gets a little wide there. And DJ's going to make the move on that after Agent's mistake. DJ takes the lead again. This is a ton of passing late in the race. I did not expect this. As Blake has a decent amount of run, we take it on Agent. Agent's got a run of DJ. DJ's going defensive. DJ backs out. He does not want to make that move through the bus stop. As Billy, holy crap, huge run through the chicane or bus stop. He's going to be able to clear Blake. And he's going to get the inside of Agent. Side by side, through the boot. Something like that. As DJ goes off again, the leaders keep going off. Here goes Billy with a huge run to the inside of DJ. They're side by side, coming to the corner. As Billy sends it through the corner. Can DJ get to the inside? Yes, he does. Here comes Agent. Oh, he's all over DJ. Blake has a run. He almost hits Agent. Billy has the lead now. This is some great racing here. As Billy out of nowhere has the greatest bus stop of his life and is able to take the lead because of it. As Blake is looking on Agent, backs out from there. As DJ, Billy goes a little off. I don't know who to watch. There's a lot of chaos going around. Here comes DJ. He's got a decent amount of run. Will he use that overtake? As Agent's got a good last corner. He's got a decent run on DJ. Won't be enough to make the move though. This Agent has a great corner again. He's on DJ. He's not giving DJ any room to breathe. As they're side by side through the S turns. DJ side by side with Agent onto the backstretch. Billy with the lead as they're both coming for Billy. Who's going to outbreak each other? Agent does. Oh, Billy's eating those curves. That was very sketchy from him. As they're still side by side back there, or DJ. Through the carousel. Can Agent use the outside run? Yes, he does. Here comes back. Here comes Blake. What is going on? Agent and DJ still side by side. Blake has nowhere to go. He has to back out. As Agent's going to get clear DJs, he goes off track again. Will DJ make the move? No, he won't. As Blake has been sitting here patiently, and he's going to take advantage of DJ. Blake side by side with DJ. I think he's using that overtake. Is he clear? Yes, he is. Blake is clear. as he moves up to third again. Now Blake setting his sights on Agent. This Agent has been one of the fastest cars here today, but he's on a wing level 1, so he's kind of at a disadvantage in the dirty air. As Blake, oh my god, he just had a good corner. He's past the Agent. And Agent's gonna get double passed by DJ and Blake. Agent's back to 4th. Blake up to 2nd. Will he catch Billy? DJ's in the wall. Agent's gonna take advantage of that. Oh, DJ just blocked. Oh no. That's no bueno. As I think race control are gonna warn this for blocking. Warn DJ for blocking. As Billy is, I think, gone off. And Blake's got a huge run on him. His Agent, there's a 2-car battle for the lead and for 3rd and 4th. Okay. As Blake looking on the back of Billy, he backs out. There's the bus stop. As DJ had a good bus stop, he's gonna get a ton of time on Blake. Look at the carousel. DJ's has a run. Will he send it? Will he dive on Blake? No, he won't. As DJ has another good corner, he's got to run on Blake. And Billy is just continuing with his lead. He's been losing. Blake has been gaining time on Billy. That's no bueno for Billy. As DJ's gonna make the move, he looks to the inside of Blake. He backs out. It looks like DJ is working with Blake to get past Billy. I'm not sure if they're teammates, but at least they're friends, you know? As Billy's in the grass, didn't slow him up that much. As Agent is falling behind, he has lost some pace. As Agent earlier was fighting for the lead, now he's losing a ton of time. That wing run is not, as Blake's got a huge run. Blake looking to hawk down Billy. DJ goes off. He sends the corner. He's going to lose so much. Here comes Blake. I guess Billy had a bad corner too. Blake is going to take the lead through the S-turns. Billy, he's going to sit in that draft. He's got a huge run. Here he comes. To the inside. Coming to the bus stop. They're both on overtake. This is insane. Billy makes the move. He gets clear. Here comes Blake. He's back at it. Through the carousel. Billy cuts him off. Can Blake pass him back? As something happened with DJ, he's nowhere near Agent. As DJ has lost, I think he hit the slow down at the bus stop. Back to Billy. Blake is still trying to catch Billy. Take the lead of the race with almost 10 to go. They are on 66% of tires. And they're at 8 gallons. What does Blake have? Blake has 8.6 gallons with 67 tires. 67. Billy and Blake are on the same gas and tires. What about Agent? He's been running wing 1 this entire restart. He's actually saved fuel and a little bit of tire wear more than Blake and Billy. This is good for Agent. I think he's fuel saving here. Is Agent potentially doing a fuel strat at Watkins Glen right now? That'd be crazy if he did. I think Billy went off a little bit. No, he just had a good corner. Agent goes off though. He's wide. As Billy has a nice lead over Blake. Billy on the backstretch. He's also been fast all race. But Agent has been faster, but he's struggling to find any pace in the last restart. Blake has a good bus stop, gaining a little bit of time. As Billy has to lift a little bit to keep it off the wall. That makes Blake catch even more. As folks, we might have a great battle for the lead coming with 10 to go. As Blake, the visor came on Blake. As you can see, the gap is closing in on Billy. As I think there's a battle for Agent back there. With DJ again, trying to pass Agent. DJ struggled on this restart, going off multiple times, hitting the slowdown in the bus stop. He's been passing Agent a ton. Can he pass him right now? While Agent, I'm pretty sure, is fuel saving right now. As Needhams is on the back of DJ. Needhams looking for, what is it, redemption? As Billy lost the lead. I have no idea what happened, but Blake took the lead through the S turns. Blake somehow took the lead. I think Billy messed up in the final corner, and that costed him the lead. But here comes Billy. I think he's on overtake. He's got a huge run. He's gonna send it to the outside of Blake, side by side, through coming to the bus stop. Billy is clear. What a move. Through the carousel. Can Blake fight back? Blake's got a decent amount of run. As there's a battle in the back still. DJ and Needham, side by side through the carousel. Needham, can he get clear? Oh, DJ's going straight to the wall. He loses that position to Needham. Oh, his dim is slow. I have no idea what happened. Okay. Back on. Oh, DJ. Oh, you passed Needham. Can Needham get past DJ? No, he can't. He's tight. These guys are running on old or half old tires. As everyone is running like around 57, while Agent has saved his tires and fuel. He's running 59 tires with 7 gallons. You can hear him lifting on the onboard. He is trying to do a fuel strat here. As Needhams is literally trying to get past DJ. As DJ goes off. Oh, everyone's tight. They're side by side. Come to the final 2 corners. Needham makes the pass on DJ. As Billy has extended his lead to 2 seconds. This is no bueno for Blake. As DJ's pitting. He's pitting with 5 gallons of fuel. Soup is coming in too. I think everyone's gonna come in for fuel or tire or both. As Soup is at 5.7 gallons, he's already out of the pit box. DJ took reds with 9 to go, fully maxed out on fuel. Soup took reds too. So I think everyone's gonna transition to reds and get their fuel all the way up because they are running low. As 9 to go, Billy has the lead. He has 4.6 gallons of fuel, and he will not make it to the end. So he will have to pit. Agent is still saving. He's at 6.4 gallons. He's letting Anthony catch him by fuel saving a ton. He's saving a lot. He's not even on the throttle. 6.4. He could possibly make it. As Soup makes the pass on DJ. DJ must have had a terrible slowdown to the bus stop, because he came in the pits way earlier than Soup, and he still lost a position. Unlucky for DJ. As anyone come to pit? Blake comes to pit. He's gonna take his tires and fuel. Let's see what tires he takes. Does he take a red like everyone else? He's at 4.3 gallons. He was not gonna make it to the end. As he took blacks over reds. This is a crazy strat for Blake. And he's good enough to the end. Here comes Agent through turn 1, still fuel saving. Who's also in the pits? There's Anthony and Needham. Anthony's trying to get into the pits. Needham's blocking his way. As Anthony's on 4.2 gallons of fuel. Needham's out on the reds now. As DJ still battling with Soup. As everyone's transitioning to reds except for Blake. Blake decided to take black tires. This is an interesting strategy. Who knows if this will pay off? But with 8 to go, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. This Agent is still fuel saving. He's at 5.4 gallons of fuel. This will be a good podium because I'm pretty sure Blake just passed him. So, Agent is, I don't think he's guaranteed to win, but he is guaranteed a podium if he fuel saves through the end of the race. Will Billy pit this time? Will he pit this time? Will Billy pit this time? Yes, he will. Into the pits goes Billy. Good entry. He's at 2.8 gallons. He was extending that more than Blake. As he comes in for his stop. There we go, there we go. Will he take reds or will he take blacks like Blake did? As Blake out of the final corner. Billy gets out, he's on reds. Here comes Blake. Can he get him? Can Blake get him? Billy's out of the pits. Blake is there. Oh, it's gonna be close. No, it's not. Blake does not get the lead over Billy. But Billy does take reds and Blake takes blacks. As Agent went in the pits, it looks like he was not gonna make it either. As he's on the reds too, he loses 2 positions off of that strategy. As Soup and DJ pretty close together. DJ hits the grass a little bit. He's got to run on Soup. Through the S turns. Does DJ have anything for Soup? He's got a huge run. He's closing in pretty much a decent amount. Nothing much. Oh, Anthony hit the slowdown. He is slow in the carousel. Anthony's losing a ton of time. Can Soup do anything? Will he pass him? No, he won't. Maybe the next corner. No, Soup goes wide, really wide. Allows DJ to catch up. DJ's looking at the inside of Soup. Side by side. Because he's clear. DJ takes the lead as Agents. Whoa, astonishing lap. A 1 minute 53 second lap time by Agent. He is moving. But he is a little far from Blake and Billy. As Blake and Billy are battling, I did not see this. I think somebody hit the wall. Can Blake capitalize on Billy? Billy is slow. He's really slow. Blake backs out. He does not want to run into him. Blake is being patient. He does not want to cause a crash. A safety car would turn things around. The Agent could have a chance to win this thing. But here comes Blake. He's got to run. It won't be enough. Coming to the bus stop. Billy hits a huge bump in the curb. That doesn't matter though, he's still pulling away from Blake. Blake struggling to find pace on these black tires. He's actually keeping up with him, actually. Oh, somebody was in the battle. What's going on? Billy has the lead. Blake following right behind him. Is it Agent in third? No, it's Needham's in third. Agent fourth. And here comes Blake. Here comes Blake. He's got a huge run. Side by side. Exiting the boot. Billy sends it. Blake's gonna do the switchback. What a move! Blake takes the lead late in the race. And his tires, he's passing him with black tires. The difference, let's see, the difference is almost 5% than the reds that Billy has on right now. Blake takes the lead. This is good for Blake. Can he keep pace in these black tires? Billy right on him. Will he use overtake mode to catch him? Can he use overtake? Will he use overtake? He has the draft too. Billy, a little too far back. He's catching up a lot. I think he used overtake. Coming to the bus stop. Billy's gained a lot of time through the bus stop. Here it comes, here it comes. Will do anything to the carousel. Here it comes, he sends it to the inside. He moves Blake out of the moves Blake up. Blake able to get that outside run to clear Billy through entering the boot. Blake using these black tires to the max as Billy's on reds, so Billy kind of has the advantage. As Billy really set up for the exit. Here he comes. He's got to run. Blake defends the inside. I don't think it's going to be enough. Still side by side. Billy's got a huge run. I think Blake used overtake to counter his huge run. Side by side, Blake sends it. He gets clear of Billy. Exiting the boot now. Blake still has the lead. Billy closing in. As I'm pretty sure Anthony is super battling. Anthony looks to the inside of Soup. They're side by side. Soup gets clear. I think he used overtake. Soup's gonna defend Anthony pretty well there. As we're looking back on the leaders of Blake. Blake still has a strong lead. But Billy goes off a little bit. I don't know if he hit the slowdown. As Billy has lost a lot of time. This is the first time I've ever seen blacks win on strategy. As the 83, who is that? The 83 of Billy. Oh, Billy, second place, has a drive-through penalty for too many track limit altercations. As I'm pretty sure this just gave Blake the win. I mean, unless something else happens, Blake has this race won. As he's going off, he just hits the barriers. That's gonna cost him even more time. This is crazy. Blake has a huge gap. And Agent's catching Needham's. Needham's is probably shaking in his boots right now. His Agent is flying like a rocket right now. He wants that third place. As Billy Exiting the boot, he still has to serve a drive-through for too many off-track limits. As Anthony and Soup are still battling. This is crazy. Billy goes into the pits for his drive-through. Agent and Needham are really close. Agent has a huge run still. He's getting a ton of time on Needham. Through the final corner. Agent sets up for the run of the exit. He's got a huge run. Needham's had to lift for the exit. Here he comes. Agent to the inside. Side by side. Coming to turn one. Billy exiting pits for drive-through penalty. He will be able to keep P2. Agent gets clear of Needham. He goes wide. He's not hit that slowdown. That is very good for Agent. As Needham has lost the position, will he use that overtake and draft to get past Agent? As Agent has too many off-track or track limit altercations, so Agent will have to fall back again. And he will lose his P3, maybe even a top 5. As Billy is slow through the bus stop, Agent's looking on a move for him. Needham's is falling back. Agent to the inside of Billy, side by side. Oh, good, huge contact. I don't know what that was all about. Agent and Billy are still really close to each other. Here comes Agent. He's going to look to the outside of Billy, side by side. As Agent's trying to do the switchback, using the bumper and everything. Here comes Needham. He's got a huge run. Runs to the back of Agent. Here comes Needham. He's got a huge run. Is he on that overtake? Side by side with Agent. Billy is slow. As Needham's going to get a huge run. He's trying to go to the inside. Just runs to the back of him. As here comes Agent looking at the outside of Billy. Billy's just like a great wall, stopping Billy and Needham from ever passing him. As Agent gets past Billy, as he still has to serve his drive-through penalty. Will he serve it this time? No, he won't. No, he won't. Agent will not take his drive-through penalty this time. As Billy and Needham's fall back big time on Agent. As their tires are wearing out, they're at 33. Needham's is at 33. Billy is at 44. Agent goes off. I don't know what happened. He has to serve it this time. Agent JF has to serve his drive-through penalty this time. Billy's looking on Agent. Agent goes defensive. No, he slides back. He slides back in line to the bus stop. So this drive-through penalty Agent has will cost him a decent amount of points as Billy hits the wall. And Blake is second in points. And this win will boost him up in points. Maybe even the lead. I'm not sure. But this will be a really good day for Blake if he can win this race. As Needham, as a safety car comes out. Oh my gosh. As DJ has lost both his wings. And that's race over for him as he's already used it previously. And DJ is out of this race with 2 to go at Watkins Glen. Will Agent keep his second place? He still has a drive-through penalty. As I'm pretty sure Dim is a lap car. Very sad to see him being a lap car as I know he has pace somewhere in that car. Agent still has a drive-through penalty while sitting in second. Is this race over, Bubble? I don't know. This is race over. So Blake, come to the white, will take the white flag as the race will come to an end. Blake will win Watkins Glen today. Agent still has a penalty from earlier. I don't know if he's going to keep his second place. Billy, solid third place today. Needham, a solid a good P4 today. All these cars had huge pace. Blake was able to come out with the black tires, have a good strategy, pass Billy, and then start pulling away. And then Billy had a drive-through earlier, lost positions. Agent still has that drive-through. He will probably lose positions through post-race, as Anthony takes P5, Soup P6. As DJ's out, he's still on track with no wings. He's a wingless car. He's on 14% tires. He is really tight. Pause. As DJ's coming to the pits, he's gonna park it there. Or he's gonna repair his car. I don't know. This was a good race. There was a ton of battling for the lead. And Blake was able to capitalize on his strategy and win this race today. So props to him. Agent probably sold this race, I can't lie. He was fast all day. Tried to do a fuel strategy, didn't really work out. Then he has this drive-through penalty. So unlucky day for Agent JF, as he might lose the points lead to Blake. This is astonishing stuff right here. We're coming through the boot on the white flag. As pretty sure Dim will go to the back because he is a lap car. So I don't know if DJ. Oh my God, Dim's 7 laps down. What could have possibly happened? As this will be a great 28 points for Blake, as that's gonna boost him to the points lead. Actually, most definitely the points lead, because if Agent loses like 4 positions, he is losing that points lead to Blake. Dim is 4th in points. Terrible day for him, but he will get points, so he's gonna move up, pass forward in the points standings. As they're talking about what's happening to Agent, as well, he is most likely to lose positions because he has failed to serve his drive-through penalty before the end of the race. As exiting the boot, Blake has the lead. He's gonna come home and win Fox's Glen. What a day for Blake. I know Blake's happy. Billy must be frustrated at having that drive-through penalty earlier. Coming to the final corner, Dim goes to the back. Blake coming to the line. It is DHL Andretti 28 car. Blake crosses the line. He will win at Watkins Glen. Congrats to Blake for winning the race. Agent taking P2. Most likely going to drop to the back. Billy P3. That's your podium. As today was a great race. As a passing under pacing. This is amazing. As everyone's going backwards in pit road. Blake is your race winner today. Agent with the fastest lap of the 53 flat. That is really fast. Surprised to not see him win. What a race. As Soup is taking a detour in the infield. Interesting. Blake coming to the start finish and the wrecking in the infield. Blake on the start finish. He wins today at Watkins Glen. Good performance by him. Good strat. And then he was just able to keep pulling away from Billy and Agent after they had drive-through penalties. We should get him an interview from him. We gotta get the TTS button here for real. As who has joined the VC? We're gonna interview Billy instead. Billy, how? Billy, how was your reaction to your race today, man?
Yeah, really amazing qualifying thanks to Printed that showed me some things and kind of ups and downs during the race and just heartbroken their finish. It was the black tires was the call there, a mistake for me. And yeah, thanks to Blake for racing me so cleanly. And yeah, that's it.
All right, you heard it from Billy. He took the wrong strategy. Billy, moving on. How do you feel about getting a podium? Was this like one of your few races you raced in Bubbles League?
Yeah, I think I'm doing. I hope Kat is really proud of me because P2 tied with for pole position and podium. So I hope he's proud of me for this race. I'm going to keep looking forward for the next race.
All right. Next race is I think it's in
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire, so it's an oval. It's a short oval. I'd love to see that one. Okay, that's all I have for Billy. I want to interview DJ. He's really had a up and down day today. DJ, we can hear you. DJ, how do you feel towards this race today?
I don't even know what happened that whole race. I think I had the pace to be the quickest, and by a long shot as well. I was at points I was quicker than everyone on track, but I think I froze at least 50 times during the race, and somehow, some way, the one time it was really bad was on 2 to go when I was in 5th, and I mean, I guess I'll settle for 6 at the end of the day, but it's just really annoying. I don't know. I was just lagging a lot. It was just a really difficult race, and then I was up front. Pretty small organization, only a 2-car team, so hopefully we'll get them next week at New Hampshire. And big thanks to Teriyaki for sticking with me.
As hear from DJ, as he's gonna come home P7 today. Unlucky today. As I think, who should I interview next? As we're gonna interview Soup. Soup had a pretty strong. I don't know what to say. He had a strong race today. Soup, how do you feel towards today's race?
It was pretty good. I'm tired, but it was pretty good. I qualified 5th, finished basically 5th. So, great day.
All right, nice. As you were battling Anthony a ton, how do you respect Anthony for racing you cleanly?
Yeah, he's a good driver. That's it. He's good. I respect him.
All right. As I think I'm gonna wrap interviews here. Little man, our race director. I need to hear. What is the the thing about Agent.
Agent's the last scored driver on the lead lap, so he's in front of them, which will end up being 7th place.
So DJ did not DNF.
We'll have to review that. I gotta go back and look. But assuming he didn't replace a rear wing before, he didn't DNF this race.
Yeah, because he had to respawn at some point, right?
Yeah, but he had to respawn off a flip. It was due to a track bump.
So he only replaced one rear wing.
Unless there was another incident that I don't recall. So I gotta go check it.
As you hear that, Agent possibly taking P7 here. This is devastating for him, as he's gonna lose he's probably gonna lose the points lead to Blake by a decent amount. They're still waiting to hear DJ's final result.
Well, DJ is going to be 6th place, unless it's a rear wing incident before that we don't remember. Then it would be a 7th place.
Bubbles shaking his head no, so I'm putting.
Or sorry.
DJ 6.
Well, it'd be 6th and 8th place if it was a DNF run.
Okay. As I think gonna wrap this thing up, as next week we have New Hampshire, a fun short oval. Hope to see a lot of battling there, as we'll see you next week for New Hampshire. See ya.